The Tennessee Titans held their annual open practice at Nissan Stadium last Saturday in front of hundreds of diehard fans, all part of the NFL's Back Together weekend. The highlight of the day was easily the budding connection between rookie QB Cam Ward and star receiver Calvin Ridley. The two connected on a handful of impressive passes downfield, but the moment that made even the media on the sideline perk up was this pass across Cam's body to a streaking Ridley on the opposite field. Ward rolled left, extended the play, and then dropped the ball in a bucket for Ridley sprinting to the right. Now, it must be pointed out that in a real football setting, Jeffrey Simmons sends this quarterback directly to the underworld on the rollout. That being granted, the athleticism, the awareness, the accuracy of this pass got everybody up out of their seats. Cam and Calvin have a connection early this summer session that Ridley simply didn't have with Will Levis or Mason Rudolph this time last year. A big reason for that is certainly Ridley's comfortability in Tennessee and in Brian Callahan's system now that he's in year two. But after practice, Calvin shared, whether he actually meant to or not, another big difference between Cam and the 2024 Titans quarterback room. If you're part of the Tennessee faithful, you know just how many years the Titans have shaved off your life with the emotional roller coaster of sports. Or maybe the roller coaster of life is messing with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals. The new year is a blank space for you to write a new story. BetterHelp makes it easier to get started. They are our incredible sponsor for this video. Regardless, if you have a clinical mental health issue like depression or anxiety, or if you're just a human going through a hard time, therapy can give you the tools you need to approach your life in a very different way. That's where our sponsor, BetterHelp, comes into play. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible. And this is an important mission because finding a therapist can be really hard, especially when you're limited to the options in your area. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost if it's not the right fit. BetterHelp's platform makes finding a therapist easier because it's online and remote. BetterHelp can match you to a professional therapist in as little as a few days. Plus, with our link, you get 10% off your first month. Start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/ATOZ sports and get 10% off your first month of therapy with BetterHelp. ESPN writer and my friend Teron Davenport caught up with Ridley in a one-on-one interview on the field right after that practice on Saturday, and they covered a handful of topics. I recommend you go listen to the full video. It's very well done by TD. The most revealing thing that Ridley told TD was in response to a question about this highlight catch in particular. And then Ridley said, "You see that touch he had on it? Yeah, he gave me time to run under it. They're easy catches. So that's what I love about him. It's not, hard catches. He has some touch. He let me run right under it and it was soft. So man, that's all a receiver's ever wanted. It's Cam's touch. That's the difference." Now, Ward has a stronger arm than I think many people, myself included, gave him credit for in the pre-draft process. But it doesn't compare to Levis, who has one of the strongest arms in the entire league. Everybody understands that he has a true cannon of an arm, a la Josh Allen or Anthony Richardson. But having that pure, raw strength can be a blessing or a curse, depending on how you utilize it. A big part of the conversation this time last year, when Levis and Ridley continued to be just off in their connection downfield, was how Levis lacked natural touch on the ball. This is common with stronger quarterbacks who can throw frozen ropes but have to develop their ability to feather passes. Cam can do this very well. He's utilized that ability very impressively with Ridley so far this season. The dirty little secret about deep ball accuracy in the NFL, and now that we can kind of step into nerd corner on this topic, is that it's really more of a receiver stat than it is a quarterback stat. Now, that doesn't mean both ends of the connection don't have important roles to play. They do. For the passer, deep ball accuracy is more of a floor skill than a ceiling one. A good deep passer must clear the threshold of hanging the ball out there for a talented receiver to be able to make a play on. You got to give him a chance to run under it, break the right way, and run away from the defenders. Receivers who are great deep ball guys don't get enough credit for the skill required on their end to kind of make the quarterback right with how they track and play the ball in their route. This is something that Ridley does very, very well. He just needs a quarterback capable of hanging the rock out there for him, and he can do the rest. Cam is a natural in that department, and Will was not. And that difference is already showing itself in camp. For A to Z Sports Nashville, I'm Easton Freeze.